Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to InYourHeadOnline.com, and this is Big Van Vader coming at you live and in color. It's theater time.
The first pay-per-view that they had after the live show, like you were supposed to wrestle on the show and you didn't. What was like?
Right. Well, I called him. You know what? And I was trying to get ready, and I kind of pulled my groin because I went from sitting around drinking a case of beer a day to trying to work out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled my groin, and I realized I wasn't going to be ready. So I called Hulk, and I called Dixie, and I called Eric and said, look, I'm not going to make my return half-ass.
Right.
Because, like, I have kind of a reputation of being pretty effing good.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm not going to do it. And Hulk said, all right, brother. And, I mean, he fixed it, and that's what they did. But I'm sorry, what was your question?
No, I just wonder why you didn't wrestle on the show. You answered.
Well, because, I went from sitting around on my ass to trying to go full speed and kind of pulled my groin. And I went, I'm not going to limp around on my return.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. So now, though, I think the way the storyline is now is that, like, me and Kid aren't even part of TNA. Like, we're, like, on the outside or something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard some stuff from Kev the other day. They got some cool stuff planned. With Vince Russo working with Eric Bischoff and stuff, they got some cool storylines planned. So that's why I encourage fans to, like, give TNA a chance. I understand, hey, I'll be the first one to say it sucked for a long time. That's why I didn't go there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be a part of it. And that's what me and Sid talked about. We said, well, no thanks. And right now, they are on the verge, I think, of turning the corner. And if we can get on Mondays, like I said before, I'm not afraid to rattle Vince's cage again. And if you look at Bischoff, Hogan, Hall, Nash, I think if you look at the ratings and stuff and the buy rates on pay-per-views, for about 4 or 5 years there, bro, we were the most successful unit in wrestling history.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't saying we can do it again, but I ain't saying we can't. So
yeah, go on.
I mean, like, whatever. What do you got, Vince? I've seen your show. I ain't impressed.
Uh-huh. Someone on our board...
I think let the fans decide. Let the fans have an option. Like,
mm-hmm.
everybody's got a remote. You flip the channel. You don't like what you see, flip the channel. Because
mm-hmm.
pretty soon TNA is going to be on Mondays, too. And then you like what we got, flip the channel.
Mm-hmm. Gets people talking.
Why not, bro? I mean, why not, right? I mean, come on. I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but, I mean, back when that Monday night stuff was going on, it was pretty dang cool, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it spoiled everybody.
How cool was this, bro? We were like I don't know where we were. We were like in Richmond, and Vince and his crew were like in Norfolk, which is only about 34 miles away. They were doing live TV on a Monday. We were doing live TV. They brought their camera crew, and they brought Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and I think Kid might have been with them or been with us then, I'm not sure. And they came like in a tank and came to where we were.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, wait a minute, man, like, and then how cool is this? They had like a fake Razor and a fake Diesel. Like, let me get this right. Like, I've always been a huge Elvis fan. Now I got impersonators.
Right.
Like, how cool is that? I feel like a Beatle.
Is it true that you and Kevin wanted to go out and meet DX?
Well, yeah, but we were discouraged by the legal team to do that.
Ah, okay.
Because when we heard we were out there, we went, what boys are out there? We're going to say hi. No, because, see, the thing was, we wanted to go out and say hey to our boys, but the Turner legal team was worried that they would broadcast us on their show, and we had signed contracts. We were obligated to only be on WCW broadcasts and all this kind of BS. So it was like, because Vince was doing outlaw stuff then. I mean, what the hell? He rolled up at our show, so he didn't care. I mean, we'd come out the door and said, hey, what's up? They'd have filmed us, and we'd have been in breach of contract and all kinds of trouble. Vince wouldn't have cared because he was doing the outlaw thing, just trying to get notorious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've always felt that when we started spanking Vince in the ratings, and Vince went from being conservative family programming to being like PG-19.
Right.
I mean, like doing R-rated stuff. I mean, come on. what was her name? Miss Hancock, or what was that girl's name with the long hair?
Mm-hmm. That's what she was in WCW.
Stacy Keibler.
Yeah, she was, but she's a beautiful girl. She's an actress now in Hollywood. But come on, her entrance was like cocking her shit out and then those ropes. I mean, Vince was shooting up girls' skirts and stuff. And we worked with Turner, who besides whatever the standards and practices are, Turner Broadcasting has their own standards. You know, we couldn't say ass. There wasn't going to be nobody flipping the bird on our show. There wasn't going to be no drinking beer on TV. There wasn't going to be none of that because Turner don't need your money that bad. He's not going there. And I really feel that Vince went there because he's like, you know what? Vince the kind of cat that if he's going to lose, then he's taking everybody with him. If he's not going to be the top thing, he will take wrestling down with him. That's the way Vince rolls. He's cutthroat. You know what I love about wrestling is it's a Shark Tank environment. We were talking about before, like these young cats who want to.
Hey everybody, you're listening to Sonny, the original diva of the WWE on InYourHeadOnline.com. This is the place to come for the real deal about wrestling, so make sure you visit us.